Some of the most dangerous magic users in DC and Marvel don't just throw big energy beams, they quietly rewrite the rules of reality and decide who even gets powers in the first place. In this video, we're ranking 10 witches who can twist memories, fate, and entire universes with a single spell, from subtle manipulators to walking glitches in the multiverse. Hey everyone, if you love power rankings with clear feats and comic lore, hit the like button, drop a comment saying who your #1 witch is, and subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive. Agatha Harkness is one of the oldest witches in the Marvel Universe, a survivor of the Salem witch trials and mentor to Scarlet Witch. Her magic blends rituals, pacts, and grimoires with an almost scientific understanding of arcane forces, letting her redirect mystic energy, set up wards that have held off the Fantastic Four, split and bind rebellious souls, and project her spirit even after death to keep playing the long, hidden game. Instead of flashy power bursts, Agatha wins through precision and subtle control. She can tweak memories without leaving a trace, track spells across dimensions, and use familiars and talismans to channel dark magic with surgical focus. Serving as Franklin Richards' nanny and Wanda Maximoff's teacher, she quietly nudges Earth's occult balance over years and decades, shifting pieces on the board while most heroes never notice she has moved. Magic is not just teleporting around. Ilyana Rasputin's stepping discs drag her through limbo every time she moves, forcing her to pick impossible routes, infiltrate fortified bases, and yank allies out in rapid chains. She can hurl enemies into that hell dimension, or leave them lost between doors, while the spells she learned from Belasco give her runes, bindings, and demon-wrought wards built for ruthless battlefield control. Her signature hacks is the Soul Zord, forged from her own essence. It cuts through active spells, shatters possessions, and rips into astral forms that thought they were untouchable. She can strip curses away or sever magical links like snapping chainmail in her hands. When her bond to Limbo deepens, demonic armor wraps her body, legions answer her call, and the entire map turns into a network of doors only she truly understands. Morgana Le Fay is an immortal sorceress who fuses Celtic magic with centuries of alchemy and courtly witchcraft. She does not trade in simple energy blasts. She rewrites the rules of the board, casting long-distance curses, attacking through astral projection, and wrapping entire cities in haunting historical illusions. Corpses rise as her troops, oaths become chains, and matter shifts shape under the slow pressure of her rituals. In key stories, she has unleashed spells on a worldwide scale, twisting the present into a medieval realm under her crown, and using the Darkhold as a handbook for warping both minds and matter at once. She blends magic with ruthless politics, partnering with Doctor Doom when it serves her plans. Morgana does not chase a quick knockout. She rewrites the context, seals you with oaths, and lets the curse outlive the long battle itself. Enchantress is June Moon sharing her body with a dark magic entity. When she speaks the name, the other presence climbs into the driver's seat. That switch unlocks teleportation, flight, shimmering force fields, and glamour that twists senses and memory like fog over a battlefield. Her curses cling to a target. She can inscribe symbols as traps, tear open dimensional fissures, and call up grim creatures to fight and bleed on her behalf. Her biggest feats come wrapped in crisis energy. She has crushed wills, flooded entire zones with corrupt power, and forced the Suicide Squad or Justice League Dark to intervene. Her scariest hacks is corruption itself, ripping soul from body, draining power from rival spellcasters, and reshaping her form to slip any magical cage. In battle, the field becomes a living ritual, and you never know if you face June or the monster driving her. Circe is a divine-tier sorceress in DC, effectively immortal, turning war into a laboratory for transformation and control. She does not waste power on random blasts. She rewrites flesh and mind with precise transmutation, shattering identities and twisting allies into beasts, statues, or living weapons. Layered illusions, emotional manipulation, and long-lasting curses let her make whole teams fight against their own senses in battle. Her most brutal feats revolve around humiliating demigods like Wonder Woman, reshaping bodies on a massive scale, and trapping enemies inside tailored false realities where she sets every rule. Even when she retreats, Her spells linger for days or years, warping destinies and family lines. If Circe marks you with a curse, your will turns to clay, and victory slowly crumbles no matter how many times you think you have already beaten her. Raven is a nexus of dark magic and psychic empathy, feeling emotions like physical currents she can mute, twist, or amplify at will. Her soul self, a shadowy astral avatar, leaves her body to scout, shield, and strike, shifting between untouchable wraith and protective cloak. Through it, she shapes constructs, absorbs blasts meant to vaporize allies, opens portals, performs exorcisms, and forges bindings meant to hold terrifying entities in place. Her most haunting stories orbit her father Trigon, where she acts as both key and prison for a demon conqueror who can crush worlds, holding back his influence while still carrying his blood. In battle, she drags foes into spaces they cannot read, yanking them off the map with teleportation, isolating them in psychic arenas and draining their rage. With Raven, brute power means nothing once your mind and emotions have been quietly rewritten. Zatanna is the most dangerous human mage in DC because her spellcasting works like real-time editing of reality. When she speaks commands backward, the universe scrambles to obey the new script. With a few words, she can disarm squads, reshape matter, freeze movement mid-attack, silence whole rooms, raise barriers, bind targets, teleport allies, and rewrite physical states as if they were just stage directions written on a fragile page. Her most controversial feats dive straight into the mind. She helped erase and lock away memories from infamous villains to prevent future atrocities, proving she can touch thoughts that scare other sorcerers. On the mystical front, she steps in when magic spins out of control, turning battles against demons and curses into puzzles of rules. Zatanna ranks this high because she mixes wild versatility with split-second precision under pressure. Opal Luna Saturnine is more than a witch. As the omniversal Magistrix of Otherworld, her power and her office guard the borders of the multiverse. She can bend reality on the scale of realms, lay down mystic laws, seal gateways between worlds, and turn a courtroom trial into a weapon that shackles an enemy with clauses that hurt. On top of that, she layers psionics, glamour, and the tech of the Starlight Citadel, all while barely raising her voice. In crises like the Jasper's Warp, her answers are cold and surgical. If an anomaly threatens to spread, she would rather cut off the whole branch than risk the tree. She has considered erasing an entire universe to protect the wider structure, and uses the Captain Britain core like a multiversal scalpel. She can trap someone inside a looping fairy tale scenario, rewrite their legal and mystical identity, and leave them with no exit but surrender. Scarlet Witch is chaos shaped into spells. Her hex bolts do more than blast, they twist probability and causality until the impossible becomes routine. With chaos magic, she can rewrite matter, energy, and memories, raise runes that shut down rival sorcerers, and turn a single wish into a lasting change in the world. Unlike a technical magician, she forces reality to obey, and when she is focused, her reach can expand from one room to whole nations. Her biggest feats read like crossover events. In Avengers Disassembled, she broke the team from within, causing deaths and chaos without standing in the middle of the fight. In House of M, she reshaped the world into a reality wrapped around her grief and ended it with one sentence: no more mutants, erasing most mutants. She ranks this high because her hacks is editing the universe itself, even though each rewrite tears at her mind and soul. Hecate is the witch goddess sitting above DC's magic system. She does not compete for spells, she decides where power comes from and who gets to wield it. Through the witch mark, she scattered shards of her essence as bait, and then pulled them back, turning chosen mortals into batteries she could reclaim. She can possess hosts, enforce obedience, rewrite pacts, and reduce a champion to little more than a vessel stamped with her burning sigil. In Witching Hour, her plan was not to win a duel, but to reboot the Age of Magic. She claimed Wonder Woman as the strongest witch marked, and used her as a conduit to spread like wildfire. The aim was to burn the world and rebuild it in her image, with new hierarchies and limits carved into reality. If Zatanna or Scarlet Witch edit individual scenes, Hecate rewrites the engine, tagging future spells with her influence whether anyone notices or not. That's our ranking of the most broken witches in DC and Marvel. Thanks for sticking around till the end. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment with your favorite pick, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.